story, it says, summon this day thy birthright. If you that hungry, you know what I mean? The food is not cooked. All right. And it says, and Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And that proves that proves because that's how these devils roll now. All right. They have no integrity. They have no kind of endurance, man. Everything is about, if I can't get what I want, whatever I got to do to get it, man. They have no integrity, man. That's how you know that these are the real Edomites, man. These so-called Caucasians. All right. And it says, and Esau said, behold, I'm at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? It says, Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. So now he sold it. He didn't steal it. He didn't coerce him. He said, if you that hungry, sell me your birthright. And that's how you know. And Jacob is the hustler, man. And you got Jake that can sell water, the expression sell water to a well. That's how you know that the so-called black man and Hispanic man and the Native American man, that's Jacob, man. Know how to sell anything, hustle anything, man. All right. What it says, and then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, all right? And he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So now that he fed, now that he good now. And that's another thing, man, because these devils, they love undercooked meat or sometimes raw meat. All right. There's a video ways back I posted through the spirit. It's this so-called white woman. She was eating actual raw meat like it was like a sandwich. That's their heritage. That's their history. All right. As a matter of fact, first, all right, I'm gonna go into this story too. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27. I'm starting at the top and jump down. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son and said unto him, my son. And he said unto him, behold, here am I. Now you remember when Rebekah inquired of the Lord, what did the Lord tell her? It said that the elder shall serve the younger, and Esau was the elder son. All right. So the Lord already had this in fruition before it even happened, man. And it says, and he said, behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump down. Where was? And to the Akim out there, brothers read the story and just have in mind, because I'm not gonna read the whole story, but just have in mind when you read this, just consider that it's so-called the Negro, the father of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and as the father of the so-called Caucasians, right? Your quote-unquote so-called white Americans, your white Germans, white Polish, white Scottish, white Irish, all of that, man. Just consider that there's a black man, so-called black man, and a so-called white man. Read and have that imagery in your mind, right? When you read this chapter, because I'm not going to read it all, but just when you read it, and if you have any kind of understanding, just know that this is the so-called white man and the black man in this story. Where should I start? Now this is where it gets good. Basically, if I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna read it to spirit, bump it, and it says verse 2, and he said, behold, now I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field and take me some venison. Yep. And it says, now, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son. Now she heard all this, and basically Isaac told the so-called white man, "You go and get me the venison that I like before I die." So basically go out on a good note. You know what I'm saying? Go out, before I give you thy blessing. And it says, verse 5, and Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob, the so-called black man, her son, saying, behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, bring me venison and make me savory meat, that I might eat and bless thee before the Lord before my death. All right, so she heard that. Now her mindset knowing that what the Lord told her about these two brothers. She told him that Esau's going to serve Jacob, the elder shall serve the younger. So now through the Spirit of the Lord, now the Lord about to play it out physically. All right, and it says, now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Now this is his mother talking to Jacob. Excuse me. Go now to the flock and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. Now she just told Jacob, go out there and give me some venison, and I'll make it how your father like it. You know? It says, and Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. So he basically said, I'm not that hairy. How are we going to get this off? And it says, my father peradventure will fill me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice and go fetch me them. So she basically saying, kill that noise, go do what I said and get those 2 goats. All right? Because, he he had a little bit of integrity. He has an integrity. He's like, yo, look, I ain't Esau Harry. I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going like mine. And he said, if I do this, I'm gonna see him as a deceiver. And basically, I'm gonna curse myself, and it's not gonna be a blessing. He's saying, yo, the curse. She said, curse be unto me. The curse be unto me. Do what I say, and go get those 2 kid goats. So basically, she already know what it is. She already know what time it is. And it says, and he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. So now basically she put the, I guess you could say disguise, to feel like, he's Esau. And it says, and she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. So basically she harried him up. She put hair on him to make it seem like he's a hairy person, like his brother Esau. And as you know, these devils are some hairy motherfuckers, man. All right. And she made savory meat and his bread and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, my father. And he said, here am I. Who art thou, my son? You gotta remember, Isaac is blind. Isaac has bad vision right now, so he really don't see. All right. And it says, and Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And it says, and Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it be so quickly, my son? So basically, when Isaac told Esau to get it, he usually not. It would have took a little while, but he came right with it because it wasn't Esau, it was Jacob. And it says, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. So he basically, that's why his mom put the hairy stuff on him, so like he can get it off. And it says, and Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice. Because remember, Isaac can't really see. The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. So he's like, you sound like Jacob. Like, so you gotta remember, he sound like Jacob, but you feel like Esau. Like, so what's going on? Like, but and it says, and he discerned him not because his hands were hairy. So he basically was like, bump it. He hairy, so it got to be Esau. Because it said he didn't discern it, so he didn't really take into mind. He didn't consider it. He didn't really put too much more thought into it after he felt the hairiness. You know what I'm saying? It's just because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands, so he blessed him. So here's where the plot thickens. And he said, art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And so he gave him the food, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And it says, and his father Isaac said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field. Like, you smell just like outside. And it says, which the Lord hath blessed. It says, therefore Yahweh will give thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. So basically, this is the kingdom of heaven he just got blessed with, man. And that's why they hate us. And that's what we got. And this is what we about to inherit real soon. And it says,